Hi guys! Before starting this video, I just want to give you a quick reminder that we have a giveaway up and running. So if you haven't already, make sure to go watch the video popping up right now to get a chance to win a brand new deck of playing cards. Let's get into the video right now. Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. So today we're going to talk about the Hindu shuffle, which looks like this. And it's an excellent shuffle actually. And there's a lot of things you can do with it, and a lot of them we're going to talk about today. So we're continuing on our journey through the Royal Road to Card Magic. This is the very best books for beginners and also intermediate people. And if you're advanced, you already know this because you've read this, right? But if you're not, make sure to go back, watch the playlist of all the videos and learn basically all the basics of card magic. The Hindu shuffle starts at page 190. Okay guys, let's get into it. Right, so the Hindu shuffle, I don't use it as often as I should because I think it's an excellent shuffle. Anyways, let's get into it. It's very easy to do. And it's essentially an overhand shuffle, which means, you're taking clumps like this and you're shuffling just like that. So you're just basically moving small packets around. And it's the same thing with the Hindu shuffle. As you can see, you're moving small packets around just like this. Okay, and how do you do this? Well, it's very simple. You hold the deck like this, more or less in elevated mechanics grip, and you make sure to have your index finger over here. It's going to be important. Then you simply grip the packet or the deck with your right thumb and middle finger, and your index finger kind of hovering on top or kind of resting on top. And what you do is you take your right hand and you draw off a small packet like that, and you let it fall into your palm, and then you do that again, and you kind of square it up as you go with this index finger, and you just continue drawing off small packets just like this. Okay, so it's very simple to do. It looks pretty cool and exotic. This is how a lot of people do it in Asia. This way, or they can hold it in kind of different ways, but it's basically the same thing. For magic purposes, the best way is holding it like this. So again, simply draw off small packets with your right hand. I would say, your left hand. Move mostly your left hand, I'd say. Looks better, but a little movement in the right hand is also okay. Okay, so that is the basic shuffling action. So let's get into some very cool things you can do with the Hindu shuffle. So let's talk a little bit about the Hindu shuffle control. It's an excellent control in my opinion. You simply start shuffling and ask them to say stop wherever they want. So let's say the stop was right here. So in this case they pick the 10 of clubs. Now we can start shuffling again and ask them to say stop, or simply invite them whenever we want to return that 10 right to the top. And we simply shuffle that 10 back in the pack and it's on top. Okay, this is what's happening. We start, as I said, to shuffle until they say stop. And when they do, they return the pack, or the card, on the left-hand packet. And here's what's going on. As we come over to continue the shuffle, we simply pick that card or a packet of cards up. So it's going to be a small packet or a big packet, it doesn't really matter. But we simply pick that up by squeezing with our thumb and our middle finger. And it's, this packet or this break, you can clearly see from this side, but from their side, and you're kind of sloping it down a little bit like this, so you can't see it from the front either. It looks perfectly good, and you shuffle until you reach that break, just like that. Okay, so it's very simple. Again, we start shuffling, just like so. They return the card. We pick up some cards, and we simply continue to shuffle to that break, and we place that on top, and thus we have controlled their card to the top. Pretty nice, right? The Hindu shuffle is excellent for controlling multiple cards, and I'm going to show you how it looks. So let's say they pick the 2 black aces and the joker. So we start the shuffle, we invite the first spectator to return his card, and we continue shuffling, and we go to the second spectator. He returns his card or her card. We continue shuffling and we get to our third spectator, just like so. And we simply shuffle off just like that. And we have controlled those 3 cards to the top. Okay, so how is this done? So it's very much like controlling one card. So we begin by simply shuffling, just like so. They return their card. Again, remember, we pick up a little bit of a packet underneath, but we hold the break. And when we come to the second spectator, we simply drop everything underneath the break, like that. So the first spectator's card is right here. We can leave it face up so you can see. And they return their card. We come over again, squeeze and pick up some cards. We go to the third spectator and we drop everything. Whoops, we drop everything underneath the break. And again, they return their card. And it's the same thing as before. We pick up a little packet under and simply shuffle off to the break. And just like that, all 3 cards is on top. So it's very simple, it's very good. All you have to remember is, of course, dropping that packet underneath the deck in this case. Now the hinder shuffle can also be used in a force, and we can use it in different ways. We can force a card in different ways. But this is the first one, the one they teach you in the book. The card we're going to force is going to start on the top. In this case, it's the Ace of Spades. So just say stop wherever you want, okay? So let's say they stop me right here, okay? And we have forced that ace, okay? So how is this done? As I said, this starts on the top and we kind of undercut. So we don't just take a small packet in this case, we undercut half or a third or so. And when we come over, we just, momentarily take a break to look them in the eye and say, stop me wherever you want. And under that little misdirection, we pick up that card or a little packet of cards underneath that top packet, okay? And then we continue shuffling, and when they say stop, we go here and we go, oh, right here, okay. And just like that, we have forced that card. So everything that's going on, really. So we stop, we say, oh, and stop me wherever you want. And you pick up that, and everything that's happening is, of course, that you're dropping that packet underneath and you go, oh, okay, right here. And they take that card. So that's the first way to force a card with the hinder shuffle. Now here's the second way of forcing a card with the hinder shuffle. And it's much easier, although the first method is pretty easy as well. The card starts on the bottom in this case. And now we simply shuffle normally. And as soon as they say stop, we stop and we show them the bottom just like this. Or I hope you can see that better, okay? So we simply show them the bottom card, but it's still pretty deceptive actually, and it flies, Now, since we know the card, we can simply drop that on top, but if we need to control it, we put it on top and, get a break and control it wherever we need it to be, okay? Here's a bit of a refined version of that bottom force. It looks like this. Okay, so in a moment, I'm gonna ask you to stop me shuffling wherever you want, okay? And then we're going to take that card and that is going to be your card, okay? So you can stop me wherever you want, okay? Oh, right here, okay? Now this is your card. And that, of course, is our force card, okay? So what's going on here? You can probably pick that up because you know what to look for. But anyways, our force card is on the bottom, and as we start, we don't take cards from the top. We actually take some cards from the bottom, like that. Then we shuffle normally, and we show that casually, the bottom card, as we introduce this force. Now, we take a packet from the bottom again, continue from the top, like so, show the bottom, take a packet from the bottom again, continue from the top, and we can show the bottom one more time, just like that, okay? So that's easy. You're kind of casually showing that the cards are different, of course, and the cards will be different depending on where they stop you. And when it's time to force that card, you simply shuffle normally until they say stop, and you show the bottom card, okay? So that's a bit of a refined version of that force. Now we can also use the hinder shuffle to glimpse a card. So let's say, for example, we can use the Hindu shuffle for them to select a card, just like so. In this case, it's the 8 of clubs. They return it to the pack, and we use the Hindu shuffle control again, this time to control it again to the top. And then we can give it another shuffle, drawing this card off first as a single card, and then shuffle again, controlling that card to the bottom. Now, if we want to know the identity of the card, we can give one more shuffle, give it a casual tap like so, and continue shuffling. And what we're doing here basically is simply, it's very easy. They won't think about it. Just a casual, you turn this kind of 45 degrees or so. You can easily, from my perspective, you can easily see that card, the 8 of clubs, very, very clearly. And now, depending if you need to know the card, or sorry, if you need to have the card on a specific location, you can shuffle that card to the top, or you can simply slap that on top, just like so, and ask them to shuffle it as much as they want, because now we know the identity of their card. Another way we can do this is by, let's say they select this card, and we again shuffle like so, and we do that tapping, and we glimpse that bottom card, and we ask them to return the card, and we place this on top, and now we have a key card right above their card. Okay, so there's our key card, and that's their card. Okay, so that's another cool way of using the Hindu shuffle. So as you can see, this shuffle has a lot of different applications. This is just a few of them, but I really hope you like them. You can do so much. As I said, controlling one card, excellent. Controlling several cards, one of the best methods I know for doing that. And also a very nice force flies right by. So I really hope you have use for this. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Please, if you like this, please subscribe and like the video. It really helps me out so much. Now, thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.